What's up, all you DC Multiverse loving dudes and dudettes? Toyshiz here, and I am back again to give you guys another fresh look, courtesy of my friends over at McFarlane Toys. And today, I'm very excited. We finally get to check out the brand new DC Multiverse Dark Knight Multiverse Wave. This is awesome. I am so stoked. I can't wait for you all to check out Devastator. He will be last of the reviews, just FYI. I gotta bait you somehow, right? But in terms of just what we're going to be looking at today, I got another good one for you. This is the Batman of Earth -32, otherwise known as the Dawnbreaker. What happens when you combine Green Lantern with Batman? And I absolutely love the side packaging for these boxes. That's fantastic. It's eye-catching, and it's different. Negative numbers on the packaging? That's interesting, right? Anyways, on the back, you get a really nice card art. Very cool. You get all the cross-sells of the previous White Knight, which I highly recommend as well. Wonder Woman goes either way. Screen grab this if you want to grab them. And much like the Murder Machine, this Dawnbreaker looks to be straight out of the comics, so I'm really excited to get this guy open. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of emerald green coffee. This is a look at the brand new Batman of Earth -32, Dark Knight's Metal, DC Multiverse, the Dawnbreaker by McFarlane Toys. And while I got you guys here, I just want to let you know that on August 22nd, this coming Saturday, it's an unprecedented global fan event. No, it's the DC Comics FANDOME. It's their version of San Diego Comic-Con. They're going to have a ton of new reveals. It's 24 hours only. It's this coming Saturday, and they have plans to show off new video games, movies, cartoons. They're going to have a bunch of stars. It should be a lot of fun. For those of you that really like DC Comics, I think this will be the start of something new. I'm fingers crossed on it. I mean, you got The Rock coming. Maybe he's doing something with Shazam. I love that Harley Quinn. We also got a look at the new Batman coming. They're teasing a trailer, so I'm thinking that'll be great. Suicide Squad, I'm definitely looking forward to. So it's totally free. It's on DCFandom.com. I will be a part of it. I'll be doing all the updates and everything else as they become available, and might have some extra special stuff to take a look at. But in the meantime, let's check out these brand new McFarlane Toys Dark Multiverse Batman. And on Saturday, we can all enjoy DC Fandom. Can't wait, so stoked. I'll see you guys then. And here's the Dawnbreaker all out of his packaging. And as you can see, if you're looking at the card art right off to the side, yeah, it's pretty much a page-for-page, art-for-art recreation. They have absolutely nailed the look and the tone for this twisted, mangled version of Bruce Wayne. I love the head sculpt on this. He looks gross and disturbing, and they nailed it. Who better yet? McFarlane Toys always doing the gross, weird stuff. Who would have thought? But comes with a nice trading card. As I've kind of gone through these DC Multiverse, I've more and more just appreciated the trading cards, especially when you start filling up an old trading card bin. Screen grab this if you want the bio behind the Dawnbreaker. And he does come with a flight stand. That's always nice to have. His accessory here is fantastic in that it's a really cool green pearlescent. It's like you hold it up to a light and it just shines. It looks amazing. It's exactly what you want to see for a Green Lantern effect. The one thing about it though is that I wish it hooked onto his arm. Yeah, you would have dealt with pegs and things. Maybe just a little bit more snug, but I'll show you that in just a second. Otherwise, the sculpt on it is gorgeous. Much like the sculpt on the figure. This is a one-off sculpt. What else are they going to do? They might do like gold and bronze figures, right? We know what you're doing there, Spawn McFarlane. But it's just really cool. All the different hoses and the tech and the gauntlets and the boots and the back and everything else. It looks amazing. They absolutely nailed it. But as you're all wanting to see, let's look at his articulation. Now for the Dawnbreaker's articulation, he does have these hoses that go every which way, kind of coming out of his ears, goes into the system on his back, and all of it just looks fantastic. Look at the details, sculpt. They knocked it out of the park with this guy. He looks like he walked straight out of the comic book. It's fantastic. He can look up about that much. It's gonna kind of come down a little bit. It just kind of hits the top of his head back here. He can look side to side. I would say just be careful. You don't want to eventually. I don't think it's going anywhere soon. These are pretty sturdy, pretty rugged right there. So I think that'll work no problem. He does have a bit of a rubberized piece up here towards the shoulders, so you can get some nice range of motion when putting his arms all the way up, so it really doesn't hinder too much. It'll move with the figure. He does have butterfly joints, as you can see. He's got bicep, double jointed elbows. He's got the rocker. Now, like what I mentioned with the murder machine, let's say, the ball joints on this guy work better. This is an example of the ball joints looking good, working with it, you don't notice them too much. So I'm very happy with that. He'll turn at the waist, he'll go all the way around, and he'll go down about that much more ab articulation than the murder machine, and he'll definitely go back. So that works as well. He does have a waist swivel. Really nice details all over the belt, all the circuitry, all the little gadgets, bat gadgets, what have you for that dark multiverse. He'll kick out about that much. Really nice range of motion. He's got double jointed knees. Nothing at the boot, nothing at the thigh. He will swivel, and much like the murder machine, he has toe articulation as well, and just the most gorgeous emerald green to this guy. From the greens right here to the symbol to the little eyeball looking dots right there for the artistic nature of that. The one thing I will say, they should have painted the ring. The ring is the same color as the glove. It gets lost. If it would have been like an emerald like this right here, it would have made it pop so much better in terms of attaching this. Now, as I said, there's no real like a peg or anything else like that. I think I would have preferred a peg just to have it attach better, but you basically just slide it over his hand and you can get it to stay every which way. So it looks good. You hold it up to light. It looks gorgeous. They nailed this figure. This looks fantastic. And of course, in pairing him up with the rest of the other previous release Dark Knight's metal figures, he fits in gloriously. Now, he is around that 7-inch mark. Again, all these Batman have the ears and whatnot, make him a little bit taller than, you know, others here and there. But they do all scale very well together, the Dawnbreaker and the Murder Machine, and we got 2 more on the way. In terms of scaling with other Batman, yeah, he looks good as well. Batman 1000, Batman the White Knight, can't go wrong. They're all gonna scale nicely with one another, so I really like that. When it comes to other accessories, now, I do wish he had other constructs, but if you have the animated series Green Lantern from Wave 1, you can really have some fun. And this is the type of gun I would think that the Dawnbreaker would have. And yes, I know the visor's upside down. I like it like that because then you can see his weird, twisted mouth. I know what I'm doing. Give me a break. But yeah, you can use other old-fashioned DC Multiverse, DC Universe classics. Get your hands on a couple different ones. He all looks good. Holding him, get himself like a futuristic-looking battery. You know, the Green Lantern battery. It looks good. It's interesting to see how far we've come. Yes, it was more basic with DC Multiverse and then later with the later Mattel figures and whatnot, but the sculpts and everything, they were there for a time, but McFarlane has now elevated it, and we want to see that, and I think he's done a great job. Everyone designing, everyone at work there, just knocking it out of the park. When you do pair him up with, say, the animated Green Lantern, yeah, he's going to look good. He'll scale, kind of, sort of, but it's a different art style, so I don't think it really fits, but hey, use his accessories. That's all I'm saying. So that's really going to wrap it up. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this Dawnbreaker figure. Do you have to get him? Is he on your list? Look for him soon. They will be at Walmart. The pre-orders are up. They have been up for quite some time. They'll be at Walmart first and then other stores subsequently later on in the year. And thank you again to McFarlane Toys for sending these over to give you guys this fresh look. Make sure to tune in to DC Fandom starting August 22nd, Saturday for 24 hours. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember when you make a construct, just remember that deadly bats and octopus arms and everything else, they may not be the most appealing to children, but dang, they make for a great action figure. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.